Welcome back to the Mrs. IE 427 channel, everybody. If you watch the main channel, you will most likely have already seen that we bought a property in Oklahoma. And for those of you that are diehards, I figured I'd give you a little update. We had the county water district come out here to try to locate our meter because we have a leak inside the house that we can't fix until we can shut the water off, and there's no shut off on the house. So let me show you just some of the, I don't want to say damage, the effort that they put into finding the meter out here. So this whole hillside here, they looked for the meter and did not find it. And then over here in front of the tree, they looked and didn't find it. That was on Wednesday, I believed. Today is Sunday. Now yesterday, they came back on Saturday and they dug by the house. And their objective was to find the main water line coming out of the house and hopefully then find where the meter can was. Well, it didn't work out that way. So here's a little bit of the disruption in front of the house, and that's right where the line is now. So I'll get back to that in a second. And they dug over here thinking that it was a straight shot out to the street, but they couldn't find it, and they still haven't found it. They're still able to read the meter because it has a little electronic radio signal doo-dah-ma-bobby that sends a signal to the meter guy when he comes by, and he can read what the usage is. But those batteries in those units only last, I'm told, about 7 years. And the meter was changed out here in 2016, so if you do the math, it's over 7 years old. So at some point that battery is going to fail and they're not going to be able to read the meter, and then they're going to have to find the meter in order to replace it. But they know about it, and they assure us that they will be able to find the meter eventually. But what we had done on Saturday is we had a shut-off valve put right here. Since they already had the hole opened, we were able to get down in here, put a shut-off valve so we can shut the water off and not have the drip continue to happen inside the house. And we'll address the leak or the drip the next time we're here. But I figured to give you a little overview on the shop and the house. So the shop right here is 35 feet deep, 45 feet across, has 10-foot ceilings, so it's a pretty good sized shop. Our plan is to do some grading, obviously, because the yard is all torn up. But we're going to put a flat spot over here next to the shop. We're going to grade this out, put some road base down or some gravel, and we're going to have a 40-foot container delivered, just like we have at the other shop, and that'll give me a place to put car parts and stuff like that, since I'm not going to have a mezzanine here. So that'll keep all the car parts and everything outside. We plan at some point on putting an ADU here. So if you don't know what an ADU is, it's an accessory dwelling unit. So Mrs. IE 427 and myself don't need a 3-bedroom house, or a house this big for that matter. And we've got quite a bit of property here. It's just a little under 1.5 acres. So if you see the little bridge right there, that's across the creek that runs through the property. And all this land back here is ours. So all the way back to the fence over here and all the way over to the fence over here is all our property. So we don't know if we're going to put our second dwelling over here under the tree. I don't know if you guys can see that over there, or whether we're going to put it over here. Over here would be better because obviously the septic is over there, and we could go right into that septic and not have to put another septic system in. But we're just going to kind of play it by ear. We've got a management company that's working on getting this place rented for us, and we just ran out of time. There was other stuff other than the sewer that we were, or not sewer, the water shut off that we were working on. I'll go inside and I'll show you that really quick. But so this is kind of the backyard, and I showed you the side over there with the creek. And we had the previous owner locate and pump the septic so that we one would know where it was, and it's right here. So it's right here. That's the lid. And the leach field is out in this area here. And so now we know where we'll tie in if we have to tie in for the second unit, the second house here. But the house is brick construction, so it's nice and sturdy. We've got a carport over here on this side. That'll be the tenant's spot to park, other than, you know, them parking out in the driveway. And we've just been kind of going around cleaning up. The nature that's here is kind of interesting in comparison to where we live in Southern California. We get snakes and we get coyotes. We don't have deer, but we have deer here. We've got bugs, but not the size of the bugs that are here, obviously. But we kind of, you know, knew about that. We've been here quite a few times. We know about the bugs. But yesterday, as Mrs. IE 427 was doing some cleaning around the outside of the house, I think she was cleaning the front window of the house, she saw a snake and she followed it, and it went down the side of the house, along the back of the house where we just were, and then proceeded to kind of stand up, look around, and then it found its way under the house. So I'm gonna have to do something to address the holes that are down here at the crawl space, because there's a hole right there at the bottom of that access hatch, and a snake, a pretty good sized snake. I think Mrs. IE 427 said it was about a 6-foot snake. So I mean, that's good size. Obviously it didn't have a rattle, so we don't know if it was poisonous. We'll have to look that up. But we think we know where it's living, and I'll show you where that is. All right, so here is where the infamous leak is. And right now we've just got a couple of, actually one washing machine hose tying the two sides together to kind of slow the leak down, because both of those valves are shot. And without a shutoff valve, we couldn't replace them. And it's just a hot mess in here with all kinds of stuff that doesn't need to be here. But if you see this panel that someone has cut right here, we thought it was to get access to the water. But turns out Mrs. IE 427 pulled that panel off, and she found a shedded snake skin, and she also found skeletons of some rodents. So we know where the snake is living. So we're gonna have to do something to address that the next time we're out here. I've got to get that opening outside closed up, so can't migrate in anymore. And we've got to do it after the snake has already gone out for the day. So we want to make sure we do it before afternoon, because we saw that snake coming back in about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's going to be earlier as kind of the season wears on. But just a quick overview of the inside of the house. It's 3 bedrooms. It's really nothing special. You know, 4 walls and a door. But so we've got a small bedroom here, a small bedroom here, and then a master bedroom here. So we've been working out all this this week. We've been here 5 days counting today, and I've been changing out all the electrical. There's just a mess as far as the electrical goes, and I've got everything fixed and everything safe except for the kitchen. The kitchen is the only thing that, oh, and this one spot in the hallway. But this is also kitchen related because it goes into the kitchen cabinet. So if you see this hot mess here, this is for under cabinet lights inside the inside the kitchen. And these 2 wires right here, these are hot. So we've got to do something to take care of that. I'm just going to eliminate the under cabinet lights altogether, and then bring the lines back to a place where I can make them safe. But you can see the same kind of garbage in here, right there, and up here, up in there. So I mean, all that stuff has to be taken care of. We are in the midst of packing up because we're going to be leaving here in just a little while. But that's kind of the update for all of you diehards that watch both channels. I know we haven't done an update on the Mrs. IE 427 channel in a while, so there you go. As always, if you are enjoying the content here, please do the like, the share, the subscribe, all that kind of stuff. We'll see you next time. Have a great day.